Hello and welcome back to Soundcheck, where we have a space where all the people who want to learn about audio can come discuss and talk about all things audio. This is also live streaming on Clubhouse. The origin of why we do this came from about 3-4 years ago on Clubhouse, and we are just now bringing this over to YouTube. And we've already got some new friends that we've made from other places like my Ecamm fam, Glenn, and we also got our new friend who just joined us for the first time tonight, earlier on RØDECaster user meetup, and now on Soundcheck. You have to do too many shows and doing too many things at the same time. I can't even remember what I'm doing. Anyway, welcome to Rob and Glenn again to Soundcheck, and we're gonna continue talking about RØDECaster, and that's perfectly fine. And we can also broaden it up and talk a little bit more broader about all things audio. So I'm gonna say maybe for people who watch RØDECaster may not always watch Soundcheck and vice versa. So maybe a quick introduction. Maybe we'll start with Glenn. Tell us a little bit about what you do, and then we'll go to Rob. And you might still be, are you still muted, Glenn?
Yeah,
or is it me? Okay, there you go.
There we go. All right. So I in real life, I'm a CPA, and I just came off of a big filing day yesterday, and I'm looking at October 15th here down the wrong end of the barrel. And but in terms of the streaming world, I have been obsessed for not quite a year. We're coming up on a year within the next month here. And I have designed 4 websites. I have set up 1 podcast that I've gotten it going. I have another podcast that's on the precipice of starting. I have been having ideas about other things I want to do, and I am now in the process of setting up a blog where I am going to essentially tell people all my experiences over the last year, in the hopes that by telling them, I will save them many months of learning because I spent hours and hours learning things, watching YouTube videos. And if I can tell you everything I learned, you can probably get everything in about an hour, where it took me about 3 months to get it all assimilated. So
This is exactly it. Like the learning
this
space
is the
here
benefit
is
I'm looking
exactly.
for.
Yeah, you took the wrong way, you learned the hard way, and now you can save other people's time by just sharing. Hey, I've discovered this. Share your learning.
Yeah. I don't have all the answers. I have what's worked for me. I can tell them what I've found, and I think there's also it's the scope of everything, John. It's not just doing a podcast. It's not just doing a blog. It's building websites. It's doing producing. It's learning about all the software, Ecamm Live, Riverside. It's about video editing. There are just so many facets to this world, and that's another thing I want. I want people to be aware of what all is out there. And although I'm not an expert in any one of them, I just want to make them aware of it. And if they want to pursue it, they can pursue it.
Yeah, that's great. And what about you, Rob? And tell us briefly about kind of your background, and I know you also have a new YouTube channel as well.
My background. Wow. So in depth.
Yeah, pertaining to audio at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm a new musician. I've been playing for a couple of years. I had a really extensive mental health background, and my cure for it was music.
Oh wow.
And so, yeah, so I've gotten into it quite a bit, and I've been learning as I go, self-taught. Um, and so, yeah, and so I'm just totally getting into the computer and streaming world as I move along, by learning through YouTube and people like you.
Oh, great.
So,
I'm so glad that our paths crossed. And
mhm.
guess what? It's over a RØDECaster video.
Yeah.
We also have Ernesto joining us. Ernesto, hello, Ernesto. We can hear you probably when you speak. We're seeing some color bars right now on your video, but you can say hello if you're able to.
Yeah, Ernesto's like, "What?"
Maybe he's still getting set up. So maybe let us know and drop a chat when you're ready. Because Ernesto is joining us for the first time, and he probably is setting it. I'm not sure if he uses his RØDECaster Duo regularly for Zoom calls or not. But if he does, then if he does not, then he'll probably need a little while. So what you're seeing here, the color bar is Ernesto. So we'll wait for him to join us. Our satellite feed will come in momentarily. And welcome to those of you who are watching. There are people who are watching now, as well as tuning in, or at least listening in on Clubhouse. And maybe those of you on Clubhouse are also watching on YouTube. There are more people on YouTube than it is on Clubhouse. So those of you who might be new to this channel is called Learner to Learner. It is a channel that I created because of what we were doing in Clubhouse and how rewarding it is for me personally to learn and to share my own learning with other people. And I thought it's so meaningful and it's so engaging, where I think if there is a way of replicating that learning experience, I would like to bring it to YouTube. I've always had that idea, but I couldn't do it because on Clubhouse, which is this social audio app, you can raise your hand, you come up on stage, and you chat with us. We can hear you immediately. So people don't have to go through a lot of hurdles to try to join the show. And especially on YouTube, a lot of people watch YouTube, they don't necessarily want to participate. But when it comes to asking an audio question, for instance, if they have a specific question about a mic and the setting with the RØDECaster that you want to ask, you want to be able to participate right now. and be able to get an answer right now, which is the whole reason why I started this channel, right? It's live, immediate Q&A. We meet every single Tuesday. So come back every Tuesday, ask your question. We don't only do that. The reason why this channel or this show is called Soundcheck is because we actually literally, when we were on Clubhouse, we soundcheck for people. So on Clubhouse, it's even more difficult because you can't hear yourself unless you have two accounts that you set up, and then you talk on one account, listen or monitor yourself on another account. So we couldn't do that easily monitoring yourself. So therefore, we are the resource for people to come do their sound check. They'll come in and say, okay, this is the mic. Does it sound good? Does it sound really far away? Or how close should I have my microphone to close? How close should my microphone be to my mouth and so forth? So we talk a lot about that, sound check the system. And because of this new thing that this software that I use called Ecamm, which is a Mac version of live streaming software. It's like OBS. A lot of people, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, OBS is probably something that you've heard of before, but OBS is not a it's the most user-friendly software, and but it's free, so open source, and I use it for years, right? And then recently,
Ecamm's free?
yeah, what is that?
Ecamm's free?
No. OBS is OBS. When I was using OBS, when it was free, but it is not the most user-friendly. Ecamm is paid, and therefore there's a price that you pay for it, which is there. I think it's like, was it $380 a year, I think. So you have to pay for it, but it allows me to take my mind off trying to run OBS, period. OBS was just too much. When I like right now, if I want to switch scene, I want to add another person in, I can just simply do that. I can do very quickly. If I want to switch to Glenn, I can. I want to switch to Rob, I can. If I want to switch myself, I can. If I want to switch to my RØDECaster, I can. So it's very easy, very user-friendly. Click, click, click. I got it done. So, so because of that, I started subscribing to Ecamm, and I think as soon as I subscribed to Ecamm, I learned about their beta software at that time called Ecamm for Zoom, and which allows Zoom to be integrated into Ecamm. And that is why, Rob, you're calling in from Zoom, but you are showing up on YouTube as a guest, as if you're either in the studio or we have like a direct line connecting to your studio, right? We say studio, and so Ecamm for Zoom allows me to do that, which means I can put a meeting button on my website, ask people to go to my website, which you probably should if you're watching and if you want to join the show. You can go on here. If you're watching on replay, if you want to join, you can also join that next week. We meet every single Tuesday. If there's any week that we're not doing a show, it will be posted on the website as well. So go to learner2learner.com and learn how to join. Click on the call in with Zoom. Boom, you are on the show. So because of that integration, it makes it so much less. I guess the friction has been removed so much more, because otherwise I'm gonna have to figure out a way on how to call into Zoom, and then from Zoom I need to be able to capture Zoom video into my Ecamm live stream software, and then I need to be able to then feed back what's going out to the show onto Zoom for you to see. So it's very complicated, and when Ecamm came out with that made me decide I'm going to port that show, or more like extend the show of Clubhouse, Soundcheck, and RØDECaster user meetup, and bring those two shows onto YouTube. And that's what we do here. So, Ernesto, I know video might not be possible, but are you able to hear us, and are you able to speak, Ernesto? Oh no! Maybe I should type. Ernesto, we couldn't hear you. Let me see, Ernesto. Can you hear us? Let me see if I can send at least a message to Zoom and see if he can hear us. Let's see. And so maybe while we wait for him to get connected, we'll talk a little bit more then about how I'm curious now, Rob, to learn more about mainstream. Your
I haven't had it all that long, so I
how long
can't
have you
tell you
had
too
it?
much
How long have you
about
had
it.
it?
Just under a month.
Oh,
So
okay, brand new.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So,
Ernesto can hear us, so
okay.
that's good. He can hear us, but he is, but we are unable to hear you. So maybe I can walk you through a little bit. Maybe I can, maybe even try to show you what. I'm going to show you the interface of my Zoom. And can you see us, Ernesto? Can you see us? I assume you can see us. So I'm gonna switch to the display that is on my. Is that on my tertiary? Is that nope? This is my secondary or quaternary. Okay, no, not that one. It's secondary. No, primary display. Nope. Which tertiary? Shit, wait, are you seeing this? No, you're not. Okay, never mind. I will do my secondary. Oh, did I hear you? Who was that? Oh, was that
That was
Rob?
me.
Okay.
Yes, Rob.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this into this display. Okay, so ignore the tunnel effect. What I wanted to show is to get the audio set up. So if you're on your RØDECaster, Ernesto, are you on your RØDECaster? I'm troubleshooting. I was going through vMix. Oh, but I might just bypass. Oh, I see. So you're going through vMix. But audio wise, I see. So you're on a Windows machine. Okay, because he's using vMix is like a eCam, except it's for Windows. So if you are just wanting to join via Zoom, you want to make sure that your audio have your RØDECaster chat selected for both your microphone and your speaker. Have your RØDECaster Pro 2 RØDECaster Duo chat selected on both of them, and we should at least be able to hear you. So I'm gonna switch back to us while we wait for Ernesto to get set up. Okay. Because I want to hear all about it, and I want Rob to be able to ask the question to an actual legit RØDECaster Duo user. Rather than hearing it through. I see you now. All
There he is.
right. Okay, I do see you, and let's see if we can hear you.
He's on air.
We can't hear you. Okay, so maybe see, I don't know because it's vMix, so I can't tell. Is your audio coming through vMix as well? Use your sign language to tell us. Is your audio for Zoom coming in through your RØDECaster Duo or coming in through your vMix?
His audio
Oh,
options.
he disconnected vMix. Okay, all right, there you go. He disconnected vMix, so all he does is now use it with his computer. And how about if then, but your RØDECaster Duo is connected, right? Let me change the setting to chat. Yes. So set both your input and output on your Zoom to be RØDECaster Duo chat. This is fun. We're having like new people.
Could it just be his audio options on his computer, perhaps? Are they selected to his Rode?
I don't know, but I like your space, Ernesto.
That's awesome.
I am not sure, but it seems like he has the same headphones I do too, at least similar. Nope, still no sound yet. Now,
Very dynamic.
No, we don't hear you. Let me make sure. So your is your Zoom audio speaker and microphone both selected to RØDECaster Pro Chat, RØDECaster Duo Chat? This is exciting. You know, and this is totally allowed. Let me check the settings. Okay, he's gonna check his setting. This is totally allowed. Finding or troubleshooting live on here, it's part of the fun because we do this
I
together.
heard him say, "Let me check the settings" a minute ago.
Yeah, he did. He said, "Let me
Verbally
change the
said
settings
that.
to chat" earlier. So
Didn't he
let's.
just say that like about 20 seconds ago before he typed it?
Yes, he said he's gonna change it to chat. Oh no, he didn't say it.
Verbally, I heard him say that.
Did you?
Yeah, he said those very same words before he
I have
typed it.
not heard him yet. Did you all hear him? I didn't hear him. Glenn, did you hear Ernesto?
Back it up.
Oh, I'd have to
10 seconds before he typed
replay.
it.
Replay.
Dude, you had
Instant
it right
replay.
there somewhere. I heard him check the settings. He said
By the
like
way,
that.
I'm also on Sequoia. I upgraded it yesterday. And then today when I launched my eCam, there's a lot of like permission thing. I was like, oh no, I probably shouldn't have done that the day before. I have to go live. But you know what? It's part of the game. In fact, I was even trying to do iPhone mirroring on my Mac to see if I can actually. I did it, but I couldn't do it when I rebooted my system because my camera was not recognized by eCam. So I joined via. Then I just decided not to mess with the iPhone mirroring. But no, iPhone mirroring is nice because I can control my phone directly with my mouse, which I am hoping to do. Like this is my Clubhouse. So when I'm doing Clubhouse, I'm using Club Deck, which is like a desktop version, third-party desktop version of Clubhouse to capture the picture. I would like to be able to switch back to my phone because I like the phone interface better. So maybe one of these days, if I can figure out using mirroring, I might do that.
Have you been able to play any of the apps on your phone on your computer?
Certain apps. So you mean like running it, install it on my computer, or using mirroring?
Like Monopoly, the app Monopoly on your phone. Can you play it on your computer through your phone?
Like, but with mirroring or?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not tried it that far. I just tried like a few minutes before I go live.
That would be so cool.
I managed, but you're supposed to. You're supposed to control everything because your phone is actually powered down. Not powered down. The screen is inactive when you are using mirroring. Ernesto, checking in. Are you able to? You can hear us, right? Ernesto, you can hear us? No, we don't hear you. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. Is your microphone on? Is your microphone selected as the microphone on Zoom? Is your RØDECaster Duo Chat selected as the microphone? Oh, so he's gonna check on the RØDECaster. Can you hear yourself on your RØDECaster? Are you monitoring yourself on RØDECaster? He said yes. Okay, so he's hearing himself, which means his mic is not muted. Is your system also? No, it really doesn't matter because if is your setting chat, he can hear myself. Are we coming through your RØDECaster? Are we coming through RØDECaster when you hear us? Are we showing up on your RØDECaster Duo's chat channel? Okay, he's typing, so he's responding through type. Let's see what he says. And those of you watching live, this is what we do, and this is part of the game. The good thing is if you're okay, so you do hear our signal coming through the chat channel on your RØDECaster Duo. Like when I speak, the signal bounce on the chat channel on your RØDECaster Duo, the one with the chat bubble. Is that right? Oh, yes. Okay, so test. Okay, is that chat? Are you able to zoom in? Let me see if I'm able to get a clearer view of it. Gary just popped in on Clubhouse. If you want to watch us live, feel free to do so. Link is up above. Oh, okay. So he's bringing. Don't worry. But okay, so we do come through, except your voice is not. So go ahead and speak. Let me see if your voice is showing on the signal on your RØDECaster. Go ahead and speak. Okay, yeah, I do see it. Okay, yeah, I do see it. And are you able to show screen share on your computer? I see I see a Mac Mini there. Hello, Mitch. Hello, Gary on Clubhouse. We're live streaming on YouTube. So we've been doing this for a few weeks now. And Gary's popping up to join us. And we're trying to help Ernesto figure out why can't we hear him on Zoom. Hello, Gary on Clubhouse. How are you? Sorry about that, guys. I do have a Mac. Okay, he does have a Mac. But you use vMix. Oh, earlier he was on vMix. Gary, your mic is still muted. Gary from Clubhouse. Your mic is still muted. There you go.
Well, John. Hello, John.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
I didn't come off mute because I didn't hear anybody say my name.
Oh, I've been saying it.
Well, there's a reason why I didn't hear you. I'm in my car.
Uh-huh.
And as I was coming up onto the stage, my phone switched from the internal speaker to Bluetooth.
See.
And while it was switching from the internal speaker to Bluetooth, which takes about 3 seconds, you were saying, "Hi, Gary, how are you?" But I didn't hear you.
No problem.
I'm switching to Bluetooth.
God, are you now on Bluetooth?
I had to explain. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Are you now on Bluetooth?
Yeah, I'm driving in my car. I'm on Bluetooth. I'm about to get on the highway.
Okay. What's up? You just saying hi, or do you have any questions specifically for us?
Well, I just came in to say hello. I mean, obviously, when I see the amazing sound check room, I'm compelled to join just to say hello.
That's great. That gives confidence to the YouTube people that I just met.
Sorry.
Because
it's great that you're live streaming on both platforms. That's amazing.
That's right. Oh wait, did I hear somebody say something?
Sorry.
Nope. Okay, I thought Ernesto was joining. Yes, I'm on both platforms, Gary. And it could be a little chaotic at times, but we're going through the same thing, and it's good that Gary says hello, because Gary's been, part of the soundcheck group for, I don't know what, 3 years coming on? 3 years? Actually coming on 4 years, actually. Soundcheck's been on for a while. And we're just now bringing this to YouTube.
Wow.
So yeah. So anyway, good. And anytime you have anything to say, feel free to unmute, but drive carefully, okay, Gary?
Yeah, I brought my slide trombone, and I'm going to perform while I'm driving down the highway. I'm just kidding.
I'll break out the keyboard. We'll start a band.
Ah, there you go.
One thing I want to share is there was a concert. I'll be very brief. There was a concert on Sunday night, California time. A gentleman from Hong Kong who I got to know on Clubhouse named Jezreel.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Yes.
Yeah, you probably know him. He's quite prolific, quite the piano player, and plays jazz piano. And he came to San Francisco to do a concert. I am not kidding. 4 other people from Clubhouse showed up, including me.
Wow.
And it was great. It was great. And I set my phone down on a loudspeaker near the piano, and I opened up a room, and I was on Clubhouse, obviously not with a great setup. I mean, just with the iPhone.
Right.
But, yeah, and there were like 4 or 5 people listening in on Clubhouse. It was great. It was
wow. Great. How meta is that?
It's pretty meta.
You met through Clubhouse. He performed multiple times on Clubhouse, and then when he's performing live in San
Yeah.
Francisco, you're able
And
to
I'll share with
stream that.
you. William was there. Prierna was there.
Oh
I
wow!
was there. Someone named Margaret, a good friend who's in the jazz community on Clubhouse, was there. Abdul was there, who I don't know if you know Abdul, but he's also a friend from Clubhouse. But I didn't know Abdul as well as Prierna. But like Prierna was live streaming on Instagram during half the concert. It was great.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a great report. Thanks for letting me know about that.
Anyway,
Amazing.
just wanted to let you know, lots of great music happening on Clubhouse. So
Awesome.
and you wouldn't, and no.
Thank you, Gary. In fact, I know Mitch also was part of the soundcheck community too, because I know we've discussed his setup for a little bit. He's getting a little buzz and a little hum in his setup, and I remember, a while back, and he used to play. I don't know if you still do Mitch, but let us know if you still continue to play music. But in the meantime, as you're coming up, let's say hi to Ray from Clubhouse. Hello, Ray.
Hey, how are you, John? Welcome back.
Thank
I know
you.
It's been a while. This is your first or second time being on since you've been back to the U.S.?
Third time. This is the third week.
Oh wow!
I got
great.
2 other times. The first week after I came back was a bit rough, and then I guess I've forgotten how to do it. And then the second week was rough too because I came home late and I have like 5 minutes to prepare. Actually, like 15 minutes. I have like 5 minutes to eat and then hop back on here and start the live stream. And I'm still doing it both on YouTube and Clubhouse. So if you all want to watch me, if you haven't seen my face before, you can go to YouTube and watch us. Mitch, hello, Mitch. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend.
Good. Are
Great to see
you
on
still
here.
playing music on Clubhouse?
I am. It's been a little bit since I've played. I've been mostly on Twitter for a little while, which is
Okay.
only mono, and I have all sorts of complaints about that. I'm sure you know.
That's right.
But,
That's right. Have you thought about doing it on YouTube?
I haven't really given it much consideration, but I guess I should. I actually was like just considering setting up my rig and trying to play a little bit, and then I saw your sound check room, and I was like, oh, perfect, because I have to like dial everything in. I tore it all apart and like moved everything around and did some other
Well,
experiments.
if you want to take some time to reconnect everything and you wanted to do sound check, we're here. But we are also on YouTube now. I've just brought our sound check room and RØDECaster user meetup onto YouTube for maybe now 2 months or 3 months. And we're going to continue to do that. I'm starting to build the YouTube sites of the community now too. Several people from like Ernesto, who was here earlier, and also Rob was also new from the YouTube side of the soundcheck community. So I'm glad I'm able to expand the what we do on Clubhouse a little bit more now, wider to the YouTube world as well. So go ahead and set it up, and feel free to let us sound check you later on when you have that all connected.
All right. I really appreciate it. I'm not far away.
Of course.
And then maybe after we do the Clubhouse thing, another time I can figure out how to do the audio on YouTube.
Yeah.
I would love a little help with that as well. So
Sure. I'm happy to do that. Are you
you
a Mac
certainly know
user?
what you're doing.
Are you a Mac user or are you a Windows
I
user?
am. Yes.
You're a Mac user. Okay. What Mac do you have? Just so I have an idea, and what are the things that you might need?
I will figure out the specs, and when we get to that point, I'll send you a DM. Maybe we can figure it out from there.
Okay. Sounds
That
good.
works.
Sounds good. Okay. All right. Ernesto is trying to join us on Clubhouse. I'm going to ping Ernesto into the room. Hey, how do I ping? I thought, oh yeah. Okay. Invite people. Ernesto, I'm going to, he's joining us on Clubhouse now. Ernesto. Okay. I'm just now bringing Ernesto into this room. All right, invite to speak. So maybe at least he can speak with us. He could have like stayed with his Zoom connection and then use the audio to come in from Clubhouse. Hi, Ernesto. Welcome
Uh,
back.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to join here because I at least wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit as I'm troubleshooting. Uh, this is my first time actually using the Rode for streaming. I normally use it to make video for either my college or just video because I'm editing my son's football games.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I stream it, uh, but today I was like, you know what? Let me try to set everything up. And I have vMix software on my computer, my PC. So I was like, let me set that up, and I guess you can join through vMix. So let me try that. But I noticed that there's like a chat, and there's a Rode Duo chat, and there's also like a Rode Duo main.
Main. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not sure which one to select. So right now, I'm just playing around with both of them, and I'm not sure, what I'm doing wrong. I could see myself through the settings. I could see my microphone going through, but for some reason, I can't. I'm not sure what it is that I need to change,
Hmm.
either the main mix or uh, the custom, because
Oh
I'm
yeah,
in the
yeah,
settings right now. It says main mix, mix minus, and then custom.
yeah.
So I wasn't sure which one to select on that one. And I do apologize, guys. I'm
No,
sorry
no,
I'm taking your time.
no problem. Hey, this is part of the game, soundcheck and those old timers from Clubhouse. Which, by the way, Rob, I'll tell you a little bit more about Clubhouse. So, in fact, if you would, I'm going to how can we send invitation? If you look up Clubhouse on your phone, this is only a phone only app.
Right.
So if you look for this is for Rob, who's new to
Oh,
to Clubhouse. If you look for Clubhouse, it's a yellow hen, like a little hen waving yellow icon. And then if you download that app and then search for the club, or what's it called, the house called Soundcheck, you should be able to find us there, and the room should be live. You have to sign up with your phone number, and but I can tell you a little bit more about that too. However, okay, so Ernesto, the old timer like Mitch and Ray and Gary would know, we take the time to troubleshoot things because we're obsessed with trying to find solution, and sometimes it could take longer than it needs. Don't feel bad, because what we're doing is, as we are troubleshooting for one person, other people watching or tuning in or listening in also will learn when we find a solution. So Ernesto, let me see if I get it right. You have been tinkering also with like the custom mix also within each of the channel. Is that right? That's when you,
right, correct.
yeah. So it could be part of that maybe why we were not hearing you. But for Zoom calls, so the most basic setup, you disconnect it from vMix. You are connecting directly your camera directly to your computer, right?
No, actually, I have the camera connected to my A10 Mini.
Okay, so A10, so your A10 Mini is connected to your Mac.
My 10 Mini is connected to my PC.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not using my Mac. I'm using my PC,
Okay,
but just
got it.
directly to Zoom.
So now that might be, so let's just go through the signal flow. So if you were to call in from Zoom and you tried to use vMix, but you decided not to, so earlier when we were able to see you, you were actually connected using A10 Mini as your input, and your camera is connected to your A10 Mini, and then your A10 Mini is then connected to Zoom. Is that right?
Correct.
And that is for your video.
Yes, correct. So the A10 Mini is seen as a like a
Video
capture card,
source.
like a Elgato. Yeah,
And
and
then
I'm using
and then
the
in your
audio.
sound, in your audio, in your speaker, what Zoom calls speaker, which is your input, and then your microphone, which is speaker would be your output, and then microphone would be your input. So you are able to hear us just fine. So which means your speakers are set correctly, but we were unable to hear you. But
Yeah.
but you can see that your microphone was set to RØDECaster Pro Chat, or is it main?
Uh, Actually, it was I was switching it back and forth between dual chat and then main.
Dual main. Okay. So
So
yeah, if it is chat, it should work. And then maybe now, is it in front of you? Is your RØDECaster Duo in front of you?
yes, it's right in front of me, and I'm in the main mix minus and custom setting. But I
Okay.
can change it back.
Okay, you can stay. You can stay there. Is it? Is that the? Is it in the routing portion?
Yes, it was in the routing. Yes, correct.
Okay. So if it's in the, but just so you know, actually, I'm going to show everybody. The routing is actually very useful and very powerful, but I want to show you a quick way of getting into it. You may not be seeing it, so I'll use verbally describe to you. I'm not sure if you're
Oh,
watching YouTube or not, but if you see where the main meter, the volume meter is up on the top right corner, when you speak, it bounces, right? If you tap and hold on that, it straight pop into routing. It's a shortcut to get into routing. From the main menu,
mhm.
if you tap and hold on the main meter or the main audio meter, tap and hold it, it will bring you to routing immediately. So maybe is it here? Are you in routing or are you in?
Let me check here.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
I actually just I went back to the main screen,
Okay.
the home screen.
Okay. Are you able
Um,
to? I wonder if it's the same for RØDECaster Duo. Can you tap and hold on the meter, which is on the top right screen,
on the top right, let's see.
the audio meter where
Yeah,
there's like an
yeah,
LR? If you
yes, it went
tap,
right to routing.
if you tap, if you tap and hold, it's a shortcut to go to
That's
routing.
awesome.
Yeah. So here's a tip. You know what? I should do the YouTube thing. If you didn't know about that, if you learned something new, hit the like button.
Right? Awesome.
That is
Yeah,
so
no, for
that is
sure.
so YouTube. But anyway,
Yeah.
and you want more, please subscribe. And so so now you should see USB 1 chat.
Yes, I see USB 1 and USB 1 chat.
Okay, yeah. Tap on USB 1 chat. Is it on
Okay.
mix minus?
It is on custom.
Ah, okay. So if it is on custom, maybe that's why the issue was there. So I don't know what your custom was set to. Did you? I don't want to change mine, but what?
No, I was actually just I can change it to mix minus.
Yeah, go
I
ahead
was
and
actually
change it
just
to mix minus.
okay. USB chat will not be included in the USB chat
Right.
output.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So custom is powerful, but we'll get there eventually.
Okay.
So
That's awesome,
so
though.
that allows you to utilize. So what it's saying is, it's saying that the sound that the sound that you're hearing of us is coming into the chat channel.
Okay.
But when mix minus is engaged, it will not include hence the term mix minus. It's mixing everything on your RØDECaster Duo except for our own voice. So it's minus
I
our
see.
channel. Therefore, we don't
Okay.
hear a slap back. We don't hear that like little echoey effect. If we hear ourselves, then it becomes cumbersome for us to hear our own voice multiple
I
times as
see.
we speak, right? So you want it
Okay.
to be mix minus. And the easiest way to remember, I always ask people to use the RØDECaster Duo or RØDECaster Pro to chat for two-way communication software.
Okay.
So for instance, if you want to use Zoom, you would want to choose both your input and output, and in Zoom, it will be called microphone and speakers respectively.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
So I am not sure if that is the only cause. Changing this would solve the other problem completely, because there's also the PC side of things that I'm not 100% sure as well. So
Right.
if you were to hop on to Zoom and if that solves it, then we know that was the issue. If you hop on and there's still an issue of us hearing you, then there might be something on your Windows,
on
another layer of that.
my side.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. I actually just changed. I went to the settings for Zoom and I changed the speaker to duo chat, and then I changed the microphone to duo chat as well.
Yeah.
On the Zoom. Okay.
That should work.
Okay, let me try to join again.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is
Hey,
wonderful.
this is, I'm so glad, after a few weeks, we're finally getting to be able to fully utilize what this channel was originally set up for. I mean, I enjoy all the discussions and all the conversations that we've had before, but we also want to go back to the roots of why we do sound check, which is to test people's system out. So yeah, feel free to hop on the other side. Okay, I'm seeing you now. Let me get you in. Okay, you might have to mute yourself here or leave the room if we do hear yourself there. Otherwise, we'll hear yourself twice.
All right. It says join with computer audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would mean whatever your system is. Okay, now you're coming through. You are still muted. Okay, wait, I'm hearing. Are you showing me something? Wait, what is it? Oh, are you in? Let's see. Okay. Rob, I'll be right with you. So Ernesto, it looks like your microphone is still muted on Zoom. So if you unmute your mic. I can hear you now. Yes, I can. Yeah, it's worth celebrating.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah. Worth celebrating. Okay, this is what soundcheck is for. This is a great example of how we use soundcheck to do what we do, which is to troubleshoot audio. Now let me bring Ernesto into the feed so that you can actually see him. And many of you actually have heard of Ernesto before in the chat, like literally in the YouTube live chat. Now you get to see him.
Yeah.
Now I have a different issue.
Oh, what issue?
So now
you hear
I
yourself
have like
twice?
a delay. Yeah, I hear myself twice.
So I just muted the chat room that's playing on YouTube, and I only listen to the broadcast through Zoom.
So maybe you have your YouTube still open, right?
Oh,
somewhere.
Yep, that makes sense. Perfect. Yeah.
Rob just solved your question or your issue.
Yeah, you gotta mute
awesome.
That's
thank
great.
you guys. Thank you for your patience.
So John.
Yes. Okay. So we have Ray on Clubhouse. Yes, Ray.
Yeah. So how is your YouTube growing? Is it growing with this new format you chose to do?
Yeah.
I know you're doing. So are you doing YouTube, Zoom, and what's the other app you're using with Sean?
Sean,
Is it Riverside?
Sean was using Riverside. I'm only broadcasting to Zoom. I mean, not to Zoom, to YouTube. Zoom is just the backbone infrastructure for me to connect to the people here. So I'm glad you asked me this question tonight, because tonight is the night where I have everybody on my YouTube call on the show. Everybody is somebody I knew not through Clubhouse. So these are my friends through YouTube, through Ecamm. Glenn is somebody I met through Ecamm, the Ecamm community. And then Rob, I just met. Ernesto, we've been talking to each other back and forth for a few weeks now, and you're finally on the show. So Ray, to answer your question, it is growing slowly but surely. I frankly, I'm not like chasing numbers. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get better at what I'm doing, because it takes a lot of mental space to be doing what I'm doing. And those of you who live stream would probably understand that. You are the producer, you're also the director, you're also the technical person, and you're also the talent. So I gotta do everything. So that's a lot.
But you're doing a great job. I'm saying
Thank you.
I think you're doing Clubhouse, you're doing YouTube. And then you're doing, I don't know, the other two, you're doing YouTube, Clubhouse, and Zoom. And what's the other entity that you're doing? I mean, you're doing a great job.
So far, I'm doing that. Rob, I'm seeing you on Clubhouse as well. So not only are we bringing Clubhouse people to YouTube, we're bringing YouTube people to Clubhouse as well.
Wow, good for you, John. I'm so proud of you, John.
Oh, this is awesome. So, Rob, what I did was you raise your hand, and I invited you to come up. If you have to accept it, then you'll be able to come up on stage. So when you come up on stage, your microphone will be by default muted. So if you want to speak, then you have to unmute your microphone. But that's essentially,
but not on
but
here
not
or
right
something.
now, because then it will come in on both sides, Clubhouse and Zoom, which could be confusing. Anyway.
Okay, John, are you doing 4 channels or 3 channels?
What do you mean? Like on YouTube?
You're doing Clubhouse,
Oh, I'm
Zoom,
just
and
using 2. I'm just doing Clubhouse and YouTube.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
just Clubhouse and YouTube. But I'm very glad, and what Ernesto touched on about patience. You're saying it takes a lot of patience, which I have a lot of, and I think that is the reason why I started Learner to Learner, is because of patience, or lack thereof patience. And I have to tell you this story. I've been talking about this multiple times, and I think it's worth repeating if you haven't heard the story. When I first got my Rodecaster, I didn't want to go through the technical details, but just tell you in general. When I got my Rodecaster, I didn't know how to do certain something. I asked that question. I had been looking. I was like, technically should work, but because I don't know a lot about audio, I asked that question to somebody who's like on Clubhouse, who's a very seasoned podcaster. He knows a lot about audio, and I asked him, why can't I do this? He said, it just can't. Don't worry about it. Just take it as it is. I was like, I just want to know why I can't do it. And he said, don't worry about it. Just know it won't. And that really rubbed me the wrong way. It's not like I'm offended or anything, but I just feel like, hey, that's a missed learning opportunity. And so I decided to create my own space. So I created Rodecaster user group because of that, because I wanted to learn more about my Rodecaster. Rob, you have something to say?
I can totally understand where you're coming from. When I first started music, I went out and I bought a really nice keyboard, and I got this thing home and I'm like, why in the hell is it not playing music? I didn't know the first thing from anything. And I got online and I started looking, and everything was far more advanced on YouTube. And I started calling up everybody I know. I'm like, can you just tell me how to wire the thing to get the sound, And there was this thing called MIDI I didn't understand. You had to turn it to a certain channel. It was basic knowledge for a beginner to, they just needed to know this one thing. And people weren't talking to other people. There was no place to go to learn the basic stuff, how to use your device.
Yeah.
And this is great that you got this, where people can come and learn.
Yeah. And sometimes you
it's
ask the
awesome.
question, none of us in the group would know. But over time, we'll find out. Sometimes you ask one question, and there'll be somebody in the group who would know the question or to the answer to your question. I think even just the fact that we are able to be together and discuss it itself, I think is a good learning. So that's why I hope people would come back, whether or not you join. Oh, look at that! What is that? Is that a second Rodecaster? No, you have a black and white. Okay, you got to tell us what you do and why you have so many equipment.
He's holding that for me. Come in mine.
So the reason why I connected to the Blackmagic A10 so I can switch the views. This one actually, I have 2 PCs. My son is actually just got into PC building, and he built me an all white computer. And I have like the white Rodecaster Pro, white keyboard, everything white. And I originally had the black Rodecaster Pro, but didn't match with the white stuff. So I like the Rodecaster Duo so much that as soon as I saw the white, I'm like, I have to have it. Well, I don't have to have it, but I was like, I really wanted to match with my PC. So I did that, and right now I'm actually in the second PC that my 15-year-old built for me. And so this one actually goes to the first PC that he built for me for editing. This PC is mostly for school. I go to Arizona State University here online, and so I use it for that, for my classes, for homework, just for that stuff. So that's why I have the black one here, but the white one actually goes over there.
Oh my
Yeah, so I was
goodness,
like,
you're a
yeah.
spoiled brat. And I can see your light also. Look at your setup. Okay, sorry.
No.
Sorry, now you're upside down. I was flipping it upside
no.
down so that when, because your camera, yeah.
When I was showing it?
Yeah, when you're
Okay.
showing I was rotating. So now I got to rotate you back. So,
Yeah.
so you must be, so tell me a little bit more, like kind of backtrack a little bit. What got you into all these audio stuff, if not probably video too, I can tell.
Yeah, so actually, I during COVID, everything was shut down, locked down. I actually started appreciating everything. The flowers. I live here in Arizona, so there's a lot of desert cactus. Birds, owls, and stuff like that. But then I thought, you know what? I wish I could capture how beautiful the sunset is. I wish and so then I started getting into photography. So I went and I bought a Sony A7 IV camera, and I started taking pictures, and everything looked really nice. And then I started learning about audio because I wanted to get good audio for when I was shooting video. And then I
One
started
thing
getting
led
to
to
the
another.
audio, right? Yeah, and then I started getting gear acquisition syndrome.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh wow, that looks pretty cool. Oh wait, I need that attachment. Now I need this. Now I need that. But then I had to learn it all. So when I was learning how to edit video, I started with Final Cut Pro. Right now I'm in school. I'm learning Premiere Pro. And so yeah, that's kind of how I started. And then I originally bought the first OG RØDECaster Pro.
Yep.
Because me and my buddy were gonna start a podcast.
Yeah.
But he lives far away, and I didn't know anything about the streaming and doing
Yeah, remotely doing the
remote,
podcast. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know what? It's okay. You know what? Maybe in the future that'll happen. But
That's
then
gonna
when I saw that they came out with a different Rode, I was like, oh man, that actually looks pretty cool. I was kind of got a little FOMO because I was like, they have so many features that I kind of need that. So yeah, so then I bought this Rode Duo, and then like I was saying earlier, my son built me a all white PC. So then I saw the white Rode Duo. I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me get two for almost the price of one Rode Pro because it was actually on sale.
This is a while ago.
When I bought it. It was a couple months ago. Yeah,
I
couple
know.
months ago.
I know. I think there was like it's like $100 off or something
Right.
significant.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I bought the black one.
Gary, let me finish this conversation before the Clubhouse, okay? Gary is typing in Clubhouse. I think you're not looking at. Oh, he's saying goodbye. Okay, all right. Sorry about that, Gary. Bye.
Yeah, hey, John?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to say goodbye, and I really wanted to say goodbye, and I was flashing my mic.
The old classic way of getting attention, flashing your
It's
mic.
not old and classic. I think it's currently in vogue still. But anyway, I'm really sorry to interrupt your discussion. I'm so apologize. I just needed to say goodbye. Goodbye.
No
Have a great
problem.
evening,
Bye,
everybody.
Gary. Bye, Gary. That's the Clubhouse thing. So that's the drawback is, at some point we're gonna have to, especially when it's just me by myself. Sometimes there are other people helping out. But thank you, Gary. Thanks for stopping by and saying goodbye. And Mitch, also stand by. We'll come back to you after we talk to Ernesto. This is like throwing me back to those old days where we have like a room of 20 people, and then like 6-7 people up here on stage and asking audio questions, and we're gonna have to tackle it one at a time. Sometimes we would start like at 9 o'clock and we'll go all the way to like 2 a.m. in the morning because we're trying to get through everybody. But Mitch, we'll come back to you. So Ernesto, it's great to hear kind of like your backstory. So so right now, what is your next goal that you want to achieve with your setup? Or you've already recently achieved?
So now, in school, I'm actually going for, so it's a computer information systems analyst, but I have a minor in media content creation.
Uh-huh.
So I'm actually learning how to do that. So
Right up your
right
alley,
now,
yeah.
right. So I really wanted to get into that. But for a profession, I actually have nothing to do with audio or video or for work. I work at one of the biggest hospitals here in Arizona, Banner University Medical Center, Phoenix, and I work for supply chain. So I'm one of the coordinators that orders supplies for the doctors, for surgeries and stuff like that. So nothing related to like.
But isn't it
video,
fun to
audio.
learn things that you really wanted to learn?
Oh
right?
yeah, I
it's not
can't
like
wait to get home and
going to
play
school.
around with.
Yeah, I think we should all, whether or not you do it professionally, like if you make a living out of it, embracing it. Like I don't like live streaming. Doing this show has nothing to, well, I mean, I am in the video world. I'm a video editor at work, but I don't need to do live streaming. But this is my passion. This is what I love doing. I look for every Tuesday to be doing this with you all. So yeah, it's great. Do you have like do you want to like reignite your idea with your friend of creating your podcast, a video podcast perhaps like this?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. One of my buddies at work, he's a musician. He's from South Africa, came over to the States. His wife's a nurse, has been here for over 20 years. And he's kind of retired musician. He had like a band where he would go to bars and different places to play. But he really is very knowledgeable about music, about audio. And I really wanted to connect with him virtually because he lives like maybe an hour and a half away from me. So we kind of meet in the middle at work, and he lives all the way over there. So I kind of want to start that and see where it goes from there, for sure.
Is that why you have vMix?
I used to have like a different subscription to I think Riverside. And with vMix is like a one-time purchase, and then just you can keep it. And so I started learning vMix. So that's kind of a challenge thing. I was actually looking at videos today for how to connect vMix to Zoom. But yeah,
unfortunately,
maybe
I cannot. Unfortunately, yeah, maybe that was it. Unfortunately, I cannot help you with vMix because I use Ecamm because it's on the Mac platform, and and I'm sure vMix is great. We actually used to have somebody who joined the show, also a Clubhouse friend who would use vMix. I'm just not familiar with it. However, if you are familiar with it, and if you join us regularly, then you'll be the vMix Pro. Then you can share knowledge with. That's how it started. It's like you learn, and then the things that you keep learning. Now somebody else asks the question, you already have the answer to.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
That's great.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's awesome. No, I appreciate your all your knowledge. And when I found you, it must have been like a month ago, maybe. And I was listening to you guys talk about the RØDECaster Pro and with a lot of passion and enthusiasm and how much you love it. And I was telling my wife, my friends, I'm like, I think I found my people.
Yes, you did.
I was like, I love Rode products. I love everything about the Rode. I have a separate Rode mic that I have here, which is just the OG
pot mic
with the pot mic, and actually I think
that's a new pot mic, the pop filter,
a pop filter,
and
this one is the red one. So it was like a B&H.
It's like a special
edition.
Yeah. Is it the Rode X time?
No, it's actually the OG Rode Pod mic, but it was they partner with B&H.
I see.
For 50th anniversary.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just bought a blue cover just to kind of change.
You can change
it
about.
bit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're showing everything that Rob wants too.
Yeah, if you want to sell that white one, let me know. I'm in the market.
Now he needs that for his left side or right side.
Right. Everything's white over here.
White on the right.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well,
Yeah, like literally. Look, see, I got the string deck and
I
Oh,
the
there
like
you
hidden
that.
go.
pause and all that over here, and
Oh,
everything's
that's
black.
awesome.
That's all
That's
black.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well,
Yeah.
I am so glad you guys found the channel, and feel free to pop by anytime you're free, and join us when anytime we have Soundcheck or RØDECaster Pro User Meetup, both, because I think I like to still go back to my roots of me owning and having the RØDECaster. Since the OG days, I still have the OG, and then I have the RØDECaster Pro 2 that I purchased since the first day it came out. I'm also FOMO when it comes to technology, right? Like, ordered my iPhone, needs to come this Friday. And so
Actually, mine too.
I see.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, we got a bunch of gas patient here.
Are you guys doing Friday? What was it?
iPhone 16 Pro Max coming.
Oh, you guys
Me,
are both.
me too.
Oh God.
Which color?
Desert titanium.
Okay, me too. Oh my gosh.
I just paid off my 14.
It's perfectly fine. It's
Right.
we
Just
we
paid
have
it off.
issues. Do you get a new phone every year, Ernesto?
No, I don't. I'm actually on the 13 Pro Max.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah.
don't have a problem. Then you are a normal user. I have a
Right.
problem. I get a new phone every year since the first phone. Because and here's a quick history too, and then I'll come to you, Mitch. I used to work for Apple. I was in Apple retail for part-time for 7 years. And so iPhone was launched when I was working there at Apple retail. And Steve Jobs announced that everybody gets an iPhone. So I was obviously super excited. I was actually with I was actually with Verizon at that time, my cell phone company. And at that time when it first launched, it was only AT&T. So I switched carrier because I wanted to use my iPhone, the free iPhone that I got.
You got the 3G?
Yes, the original,
Oh,
yes,
really?
yeah. And then I've got a new phone every year since then. So it's it's like,
Did you keep them all?
did I keep them all?
Yeah.
No, I do have the original one, but I'm not a collector in that sense because I couldn't afford it. I would have to sell it because the resale value was pretty high at the time. So I can resell it and get a new one. When I was working there, we have to pay full price phone. We couldn't get any discount. It is not until I left that they get employee discount. But because of that, I have been getting a new phone every year. Plus, it's also what I do. I do video at work.
So expensive though.
It is expensive.
With Apple Care, I paid almost $1,700 for this.
Yeah, it must
and
be
I
really
didn't even max it out.
must be like 512, or is it 1 terabyte?
No, this is the
256.
Yeah, and with Apple Care, I paid $1,700.
Oh my gosh! Then I didn't even look at like how much I paid. I probably shouldn't look. Anyway,
Yeah. And it's already obsolete. It's only worth $700 as a trade-in.
So Apple has an iPhone upgrade program that I do. So at the end of the year, they take it back for you only pay for 12 months essentially. But then I stopped doing that because my sister now wants my phone. So because she knows that I only use it for a year, so she'll buy it from me. So but yeah, there's that. Anyway, stay tuned, hang tight, because you're on Zoom. I'm gonna hop over to my Clubhouse peeps and talk to Mitch, and see if he's ready to do his sound check. So you guys get to actually firsthand experience that too. You should be able to hear the sound exactly what I'm hearing because Clubhouse has really good audio, and because on Zoom call I make sure that I turn on my original sound for musicians, so you all should be able to hear it at the highest quality. Okay, so Mitch, are you ready with your setup?
That depends. Can you hear me?
I can. Okay, so a little quiet. And you are a music mode, I can tell, because your left channel is a little stronger, louder than your right channel a little bit.
Interesting. On the microphone, that should not be doing that. However...
Yeah, I can see it also in my signal. Do you have so remind me of your setup again, Mitch. You have I
have a whole new setup since last time.
Okay, so I don't know about your setup then.
Okay, so pedalboard, it's very complicated. We don't need to get into all that. I have 3 inputs going into a mixer with like 10-ish channels. They keep using like stereo channels so that they can call a mixer a 10
Yeah.
input
Because two
audio
two on
thing.
one
Yeah,
channel
but
for
like
stereo.
3 of them are stereo.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm only playing 2 channels on the guitar. I've got them slightly panned, but my vocals should be coming through like straight through the middle, and the fact
Okay.
that they're not is concerning.
Yeah, and I can hear. So tell me maybe from the connection from your mixer. What is your mixer? What model?
It's the Mackie
Mackie.
ProFX.
Oh, that is that one still the same one? I think you had the
It
Mackie.
might be the same one. I'm plugged in differently than I used to be.
Okay. So you have a Mackie Pro. What channel?
Oh,
Pro
you know
FX
what? Okay.
6, 12?
Now that I'm adjusting this volume knob over here, is that doing anything or nothing?
No.
Okay, interesting.
Do you know what the model is? Does it say on the unit?
It does. 1 second.
So this is how I typically do. I ask for the model so I can follow along. I'm like fingers are waiting to
ProFX10.
ProFX10. Okay.
For anybody listening who can hear me, I love that you have the audio going between both places.
Yeah.
However many places, because I've dual streamed on like Clubhouse and Twitter.
Yeah.
But I can't. Without another complicated system, I can't get all the audio to go.
So that is what I was sharing earlier with Rob, is like I still love even though Mackie and Rode are owned by the same company now, the benefit to merging 2 platforms together, like what we're doing right now with YouTube, Zoom/YouTube, because I'm connected through Zoom, but I'm broadcasting out to YouTube, and then Clubhouse at the same time, having RØDECaster Duo or RØDECaster Pro 2 made it very simple. We can talk about that later on when we want to venture into multi-streaming there. So Mitch, you how is your phone connected to your mixer?
So I have a iRig Stream. This is what I started using for a while, but I recently got an iPhone 15, and so I'm having to use a different connection, but it's still the iRig Stream. But I have the other cable that's going into that.
You know what?
I've got left and right channel coming out of the mixer into that, and headphone jack coming out of that into my headphones. I can hear.
Yeah, that is probably because your iRig streams. I shouldn't say issue, but it's your iRig stream doing that. In fact, let me think about this. You have an iPhone 15 now, which means it's a USB-C connection, right?
Yes, definitely.
And your your Mackie, because you're not connected to your computer, your Mackie is not connected to a computer, is it?
Not at all.
Okay, so then you have your Mackie. Is your Mackie new enough? I don't know which ProFX, because ProFX has several different versions. Does your ProFX have a USB output on the back?
It does. That's what I used to use.
Okay. So good news is, with the right cable, you're able to bypass your iRig stream. You can use your USB with the right cable. USB, I think it's a Type B connection. It looks like a house. It's like more like a square, more than the USB.
2.0. Yeah, I have that cable for my old phone. That's how I use it.
Yes, because you use your Lightning to USB 3.0 adapter, right? The Apple, the white one.
Yeah.
So, but it is, so the connection on the back of your Mackie is a USB Type B, which is like a square, like a printer. A lot of printers use that. Can you confirm that?
Right. Yeah.
Is that right? And then the cable would then turn into a USB Type A, which is what we think of what USB is supposed to look like, is that little triangle looking USB Type A connection. So what you need is, I'm just telling you that, and you don't have to do it right now. It's just going to make your life a lot simpler because you can now control your output directly into your phone, iPhone 15. You don't need to use your iRig Stream anymore. So,
Yes,
because
I agree. However,
Mhm.
can I ask you, like,
Yeah.
so according to my mixer, my audio is coming through on both channels just fine with the microphone. You're saying it's only coming in left side?
No, it's coming in both sides. It's just heavier on the left. So that is probably your iRig Stream's volume because your iRig Stream probably have both channels, right? 2 channels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your 2 channels are not very equal, the sound. So
On the mixing board, they are, though. That's why I'm...
yeah, because your mixing board splits out the channel, so it could be perfect on your mixing board. But because it goes through iRig, and iRig split the left and right channel again, because what we are hearing right
There
now...
might be a couple dog hairs in there, making it a little less...
Because let me see if the iRig Stream has the left-right channel. Is it the iRig? Which model?
Yeah, it's got the big knob on the
In the
front
middle?
side. Yeah, for like.
And then do you use RCA for the input and output, or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then you can't really control that. And you use
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can you hear the guitar?
Yes. It is in stereo.
With all the effects and everything.
Yes, with
And
the
it is in
effects.
stereo?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a dual delay on the different channels.
Yeah. I want to hear you louder,
now,
though.
Honestly, you want me louder?
Yeah, you need.
That's easy.
And are you changing it on your iRig or are you changing it on your mixer?
Both.
This is better. Go ahead and speak.
I think my mic is a little quieter most of the time.
Ah, that's good. I like that.
It's not clipping?
Nope.
Mitch, play what is and what should never be, and we'll test that left-right theory.
So his mic is low, not his instrument plugins.
So I think it's probably you're changing your volume on your mixer now.
I did a little bit of both.
Okay.
But just the main out, not anything on the channel.
Okay, so not individual channel.
No.
Okay. Ideally, you want to set one consistent one and then change only one rather than 2, because you're always like chasing the tail. But that's okay because we can hear you better now, both your speaking mic as well as your instrument coming in.
That's got some really sweet ping ponging stereo.
Yeah. So because he has his pedal, right? The effects is coming through there.
Is that using a Grand Canyon pedal?
No, I've got a Chase Bliss Mood and a...
Oh, okay.
And a couple other things going on.
Sound like that or a Strymon?
I think I've got one of those in the...
Okay.
So, but you so the main thing, I think let's do one set at a time, because I think the main thing is you just want to start being able to play and you just want to sound check. You haven't
back on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah. So maybe play something and like is it a short something like maybe 30, 60 seconds?
I'll play with dynamics a bit, like get a little loud, get a little quiet. Let's make sure I'm not clipping, and when I'm going quiet, I'm not too quiet.
Okay.
I guess if you don't mind.
Yep.
I really appreciate the help.
Sure,
by the
of
way.
course.
I don't know how many people are on YouTube or wherever else watching, but John has been a fucking badass doing this stuff for a long time. I've seen him in here for hours on end, and I'm not always in here, but
See, it's true. People, it's true. The story I told.
Like you were saying, just listening in, like I've learned so much just listening to you sound check with other people. So I really appreciate you and what you do, and I'm glad to see you back here. Like
yeah, I'm just good. Likewise,
sound check. Actually, it could not have been more better timing.
Likewise. Now, when you speak, right? You usually play, and you speak a little bit, but you usually play more on your guitar. When you speak, you want to lean into your mic a bit because you're a little bit softer when you speak. So you can either turn out your mic channel up a little bit or gain stage it
How's
properly,
this?
which we
Is
can
this
do.
better?
Yeah, this is better.
Okay.
Go ahead and say something. More things.
Hi, this is More Things with Mitch Cooper.
Get a little
I'm
bit louder.
Here to say more
Now,
things.
are you very close to your mic? Do you have what microphones
I'm
do you
pretty
have?
close. Yeah. I've got a.
SM7B?
It's
No. It was
a
MV7. No,
It's a.
I think
It's equivalent of a SM58.
SM50. Okay.
The equivalent.
Okay. All right. So are you then quite close to it, like almost touching it?
Yeah, there's a.
So when you speak very quickly, I just want to make like get back to the game stage part. When you speak, do you see the light next to your gain button, that little green light up when you speak into it?
No, I don't. But
okay.
It's like way louder than the guitar is, at least on the volume. Yeah, I can.
So
I do have a gain knob that's a little ways away from where I can reach.
Okay, yeah. So you want to start. You maybe want to lower, because the main thing is you want to start with the water main that's coming into your house first. So which is your gain level. You want to set that right first, and then subsequently the rest would be good. If your gain is soft, you want to like keep pushing it on your fader. So you want to, if your voice is too loud, lower your fader. Yeah.
Is that better?
It's better. Do you see the light comes on when you speak into it? Just like barely, like green, maybe occasionally yellow, but not red, right?
Hello.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's better.
And then what is your level on your fader?
Well, I just cranked up the gain.
So you crank up the gain, but what about your fader? Is what percentage is it a clock face? Is it a dial?
It's a dial.
Yeah. Is it at U?
It's at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay. So, and what is it? Does it have the U at 12 o'clock position?
When you say the U,
the letter U, is there like a letter U on the knob?
I think I know what you're saying.
Okay,
I
so
think we have a different understanding of how these knobs look.
It might not be the same model. That's because I don't know which Pro FX10 you have. So the knob that has the number 1, well, I assume it's number 1. Is that where your mic is?
That's where my mic's at, yeah.
So on the knob, is there any marking on there?
Well, just like the white line that indicates where it's at, yeah.
Okay, so, and it's a dial, right? It's a left, right. You turn the dial left and right? Or is it a fader pushing up and down?
Regular old potentiometer.
Okay, so it's a dial. Does it have an infinity on the left side and then a +10 on the right side?
Yes.
Okay, and in the middle of it, at 12 o'clock position, is there a letter U there?
Holy shit, there is.
Okay.
Is that where I need to be?
Yeah, usually that's where it should be. Is it less or more?
Okay, so I turn the gain up.
Okay.
And we're at U. Is that better?
You are better. Yes. So, I mean, I just want to, and this is not for you only, but for everybody else, it's very crucial when you have a mixer to start by tweaking the gain first, which is what I was talking to Mitch about on this mixer. If it's the same one, there is always a light. It says level set, that green light next to the gain knob. And when you turn the gain knob, you don't even need to hear yourself to set the gain. All you need to do is talk into the microphone and turn the dial toward the middle, toward you or maybe beyond, until you see the level set light turns green and yellow, not red. Red would be too much. Then you would clip at that time. So can you tell, just for me, where you are in relation to, like, are you close to you for your mic gain or past you?
Let me see. If I talk for a little bit, yeah, just starting to touch yellows.
Okay, that's good then. But on the gain knob itself, where is it at around? What o'clock? 2 o'clock? 11?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock? Okay, so toward the right, toward the +60. Okay, good. Yeah. So that once you set that, you shouldn't have to change the gain anymore. And everything else, when somebody asks you, can you go a little louder? You would use the level knob, which is on the bottom. So you are right now at U, right? So which means you have a lot of headroom. You can go louder. You can also go softer. But you will want to use your level knob, not your gain knob. Now we've got the gain set properly. Does that make sense?
Yes, I
Okay.
love it, and I just had some epiphanies. So thank you,
Good. Okay, so good. So your voice is good, and you would want to do the same thing for your guitar. You don't have to do it right now, but you would want to do the same thing if you have the gain control, which I assume you do, right?
Yes, on all the channels I'm using.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have that.
So go ahead and play something, and you can still tweak it and get it to the point where you like it. But I think your instrument was sounding good. But you will want to, as you strum, as you play, you would want to see the level set light to hit yellow, occasionally yellow, mostly green, to set the gain properly. Just like how we did with your voice.
Should I set them at U currently?
Yes. You want to typically start at U, because the reason why at U is great is because you have headroom and you can do.
Does U stand for unity?
Yes, you got it. Ding.
Okay. Right. I was like, wait, hold on. This has to
U
mean
for
something.
unity, yes. And that unity is essentially just like a middle good level, and a lot of mixers actually have that.
So how does that sound? Because it's clipping on my iRig. But
it sounds okay for me. It doesn't sound like it's clipping. It doesn't sound clipped.
Sorry, say again?
It doesn't sound clipped. But that's on the loud side. You obviously won't be able to play that loud throughout. Did it clip
Still not
then?
clipping?
I think I may have heard it clip, but I'm not sure if it's an internet glitch or is it clipping. So here's the thing, and that is why trying to set only one level is important, because we don't know what we're chasing after now when we get into the stage of we don't really know whether or not it's what's causing it to clip. Is it your mixer's causing it to clip? We know it's not. Did you see the level set turn red when you play that loudly?
Not
earlier?
on the mixer.
Not on the mixer. So which
iRig
means
stream,
it is iRig that's causing it. So when you have the output, what kind of output is it? Do you use line out from your mixer to connect to your iRig?
Yes, it's
7,
actually coming
8?
out of the control room, which confuses me.
Okay.
Because you have that volume set.
Because you have, it's coming out from your control room.
I can switch it over to the.
You know what? It could be because the way how we set it up so that you can hear ourselves, because it has to come from the control room, because you are sending your sound using like a submix. You're not sending us. Let me look at the mixer again. But we don't have to worry about that just yet, because it sounds okay. So I need to understand a little bit where are we coming back from? We're coming back into your mixer through what channel?
The iRig's doing that.
So I know. So are you listening on your iRig, or are you listening on your mixer?
I'm listening through the iRig, actually.
Oh,
when I play on Twitter, I run through the headphones jack of the
Okay. So
mixer.
We don't come back in. I hear a little bit of a slapback, like maybe I'm not sure if it's a leakage from your headphones of my voice picked up by a microphone.
Let me turn off the mic.
Or your connection is causing that slapback. So you do not have anything coming back into your mixer. Is that correct?
No, I do not.
It's from Clubhouse.
Nope.
Okay. So I would love for you to be able to just have a direct connection. I'm going to send a very inexpensive adapter into.
It's probably the same one I have for my old phone. It's like
No,
a
no, it's not.
$13 plug that goes
Well,
from the USB into the phone, right?
do you have an adapter that converts USB Type A to Type C? So let me show you what it looks like.
Doodads, but I don't think I have that one.
Okay, let me see if I can find you that. Okay, little doodad that you all on YouTube are able to see it. So I'm going to share this on Clubhouse with you. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to share this with you on Clubhouse in the chat, okay? And even if you don't write it down, you can go back to the replay. So now it's in the chat. And that is something we're seeing here on YouTube. You may not be, but this is the adapter. So essentially, it's a 4-pack, and you can find something similar, but this is the one that I personally use. And what it'll do is it'll convert a USB Type A to a Type C so that you can plug that into your phone, and then we'll bypass your iRig completely. And you can do that on X as well, because so you have to be a subscriber, right, to be able to stream on Twitter or on X.
No,
They just recently started that. When was the last time you live streamed there?
I mean, I ran a show on there for a full year, and then
recently. No, because they recently, like a few.
Stopped doing it. Like how recently?
Like a month,
like a few
maybe.
Weeks ago that I did.
Maybe a month ago. Because in order to do Twitter Spaces, you have to be a subscriber.
I don't know if that's true. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong.
Well, as far as I know, that's
pretty sure I can start a space right now.
So you can try. You can come back and let us know. But that's what I read. I don't know. I don't have.
I could be wrong. They're doing new things all the time over there.
So
Twitter's weird.
So
I guess like the short question here, John, I have for you is, if I were to want to open up a Clubhouse room and just play some music like I do, like you've heard.
Yep. Your level's good.
Level's okay.
Yep. And are you able to play something like how you would normally play? Just give us like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Give us a bit of your talking as well.
And here's my talking, and this is my voice.
Sounds great. I think it sounds great.
His voice is 100% better.
Good. Because earlier too, I saw Ellen was telling us that Mitch is really soft, but not anymore. Not anymore. So
it's
you
funny
sound great.
In my headphones, it's like blasting me out.
So what you do is you would turn your headphones on your iRig down.
Oh, right. That little. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed right now.
Don't be. We all needed that reminder.
That is too funny, John.
Which is why, Mitch, I want to eventually like to convince you into getting the adapter and bypass iRig, because then when you're monitoring through your Mackie, before I let you go, I want to make sure that you have the correct model of Mackie, because not all Mackie have the USB return. I want to make sure you have that first. But if you can do that directly from your Mackie mixer, you are hearing what we are hearing. No longer you're hearing on your iRig, which is not exactly the same, because iRig also has its own amplification going on, and sometimes it could sound completely distorted in your ears, but to us, it might be okay. So, if you would look for me on your mixer to see if you can find a button or button next to, okay, let me ask you this. On the bottom right of your mixer, I'm going to show everybody on YouTube. On the bottom right of your mixer, do you see the green big word main and FX next to each other?
Oh, I guess I have to unmute. Yes, I do.
Okay, so on FX, it's green, should be. Above that,
So just so you guys
do,
know, you still do not
do you
have-
see two phones /CR? A button.
I do.
Okay,
Yes.
good. And then above that is an inputs and USB 1.2 blend.
Yes.
Okay, good. So the concept is, if you have your iPhone 15, now it cannot connect with every phone, and which is why I'm excited when you say you have an iPhone 15, because iPhone 15 is the only iPhone that allows you to do this easily. Previously, we would use TRRS, and that's like remember earlier days of TRRS, Mitch, on Clubhouse. So we want to.
How many hundreds of dollars did you spend trying to figure out how to get music on the
many hundreds? So
that's why I love you guys. And what you're doing.
So when you have the adapter, it allows you to connect to your iPhone 15 directly, and therefore you are able to bypass your iRig stream and have your mixer does all the mixing. Therefore, whatever you send out from your mixer is also what you hear. And that's important. That's so that you'll know what we're hearing. If your microphone is not on, you'll know because you don't hear yourself and so forth. So your level is not great. If you hear distortion, we hear distortion. If you don't hear distortion, we don't hear it. So we'll talk more when you want to, because I know how much is that thing, because it's not expensive. Like the adapter is like $7. It's actually like a 4-pack too. It goes adapting USB-C to A, the two of those, and A to C.
Usually after you spent months spending hundreds of dollars on this cable and that cable, you'd find the one answer that was $12.
That's after, right? So that is something that, and I do personally use it, and it's reliable. And I try to typically only recommend things that I've used. If I don't have it, I will tell you. But this is something that I do use all the time. So once you have that, come back into one of our Tuesday soundcheck room, and we can walk you through how you set it up. Essentially, just for people who are following visually on YouTube, once he's connected, we can use the USB connection from his mixer. That would come in. So all the stuff that you're hearing on Clubhouse is going to go into your mixer, and it's coming in through USB 1.2. Do you see that blend knob, Mitch? Input is your voice and your instruments. USB 1.2 is our voice. So if you want to hear more of us,
I don't know how I never learned that in any of your other sessions. That's what that knob does.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So it allow, not all models of mixers can do that, but this particular one will. So once you have that connection established, you need to be able to have the right physical connection first, at which this adapter will allow you to do so. And then once you plug your iPhone in, if you haven't done so already, it should ask you if you want to take that whatever device that you plug into your iPhone as headphones or accessories. It's counterintuitive. You want to choose headphones. And we can repeat that when you come back, because if you choose accessories,
repeat that a bunch of times, because I've learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
When you set it as the other accessory, you have to like go back into the deep back end of your phone.
Yeah, you got to reset it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it complicates it. It is counterintuitive, but no
Yes.
headphones. Yes,
But the one thing
doing a lot more
you know
than
is
headphones.
most Tuesday I'll be here. I think coming up maybe there's like one Tuesday in October that won't be here, but usually I'm here, so you can at least come here and then chat with me when you have this adapter.
I love to hear it, John. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I feel like there's got to be other people that are trying to figure out their sounds and do some checks, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Like
awesome.
I said,
I'm gonna
you know,
get that
one
cable, and I'll be back, and it's good to see you back on the Clubhouse. I'll figure out how to get on YouTube because it seems like that's a better experience.
Likewise, I'm gonna put my website there, and it has some information about the essentially it's the same thing, everything that you already know, because the whole idea starts from Clubhouse, right? And when we start from Clubhouse, we troubleshoot people's audio like what we just did. You just witnessed the exact thing that we used to do for the last almost 4 years now on Clubhouse, and we're doing it now also on YouTube. And I like to merge those two communities together, you know, like new faces like Ernesto and Rob and Glenn, all these new faces, and then Mitch, you know, classic. We have Sarah and Ellen also has been with us on Clubhouse for a long time, and we're gonna merge the community together. So next time when you have the adapter, come back in again. We'll walk through how you set that up so that you don't have to have an additional audio equipment that you do not need, because that more pieces within that signal flow is going to cause more issue. We want to take out all the stuff that you don't need and only have stuff that you need. And
100%.
You know what, Mitch? The reason why we haven't used the mix channel was because your iPhone was using Lightning iPhone. With USB-C, you can do so much more than the previous Lightning connection, even though they're USB.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the new phone was worth the
it.
arm and the leg
It
that I
is
paid
worth
for it.
It is worth it because you can do X now with it. Previously, you have to have a Clubhouse setup. Maybe you still do that, a Clubhouse setup, and then an X setup, right? Remember you said that you're only using the headphones?
And I still call it Twitter. Just
Yeah.
you can call it whatever you want. But I would run two different devices and run them off of iRig Stream. And
one for Clubhouse. Now you can do both things with one setup.
Ooh, I love that. Okay.
So
all right. Thank you so much, John. I'm gonna jump back to the listener section.
Awesome. Go play for the rest of the Clubhouse community with your beautiful music, and then when you come back with the proper adapter, we will talk about how to switch over. iRig. Oh my gosh, iRig was like a frequently mentioned name. If there's like a word cloud on Clubhouse, iRig is like this giant big thing.
There was they made so many different iRigs. There was the iRig 2 that would work. There was the iRig Solo.
iRig 2 was the first one, and then we have stereo on Clubhouse. Then there's like iRig Stream, and then there's the iRig.
There was like 7 or 8 different iRigs, and you had to buy like the 1 or 2 that did work. Yeah, it was a whole nightmare, and I guess things have changed.
I know. It
I
made
really
it possible,
appreciate you, John, and what you do.
Of course,
you're like a basin of knowledge. Like it all flows down into all right. We figured it out. This is how you do it.
That's awesome, John. Okay, let me see what is the.
Glenn, your head is looking mighty shiny.
Who?
Welcome back, Glenn.
Anyway. I actually want to put the microphone back to Glenn because he's been patiently listening all night. I want to check and see if he has any questions.
I think we're getting right to what Mitch said a little earlier, that you don't have to say anything in here. You just learn so much by listening to others, and this has been a night for me for pretty much doing that. And besides, it's 11:43, and this boy in DC needs to go to bed. So
I think this boy in Kansas City needs to go to bed also.
I'm Dr. Peppered up. I'm ready to go.
Dr. Pepper. But before we go, though, so what did Sarah say? Sarah on Clubhouse said, John and all members, happy Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. And also,
go.
I forgot, it's almost gone. Tonight, it's also the Mid-Autumn Festival for Chinese that celebrates the, it's like an autumn festival. You know, you eat mooncake and you have carry lanterns, and I stop doing that
awesome.
now. But I wanted Rob, you raised your finger.
So while you were in your last conversation, I worked out a little tune on my keyboard. I don't know if you want to hear it.
Please. Wait.
So
Do you have? Oh, okay. So wait, are you connected through your system or anything? Do you want to? Are you on? Do you have like stereo setup and all that?
I wired it all together, and I'm not sure if it's working.
Well, the thing is, if you have Zoom audio processing, what's it called? Like the noise cancellation on, we cannot hear music. Can you play something? Let's see if we can hear. If that's the case, I'll walk you through how to turn it off.
Hang on.
Seems that everything people want to do is a learning.
All right, can you hear this?
Okay. Nope.
That was really loud.
No, we do not hear it. So let me walk you through how to change that. Okay. Let me see if I'm able to properly. No, it's in Zoom. Zoom, because of the noise cancellation, is doing so well.
Oh, okay.
It's canceling out. It's canceling out. Oh wait, why don't I see? I can't see the. Nope.
Wow, Zoom is great.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so in Zoom, oh sorry, I just muted myself in Zoom. So in Zoom, you want to go to your audio settings in Zoom, and it might be a little. I'm not sure. Did you say you're on a Mac? Right, you're on a Mac.
Yeah, I'm on the Mac.
And then
I'm using the Elgato camera.
You want to scroll down to audio profile, and do you probably have Zoom background noise removal selected? Don't you? Or do you have original sound for musician?
Let's see. Yeah, that's Elgato. Let's see. Audio options, video options, lead meeting.
Oh wait, I think. Are you showing your screen? Oh no, you're not.
No.
Okay.
That's somebody else.
So that was Ernesto.
Here's what I got.
Okay, let me switch back to you. Okay, so and I go to audio. Where is it? Oh, how about? Are you on the web?
I'm showing you my screen.
Go to audio options. The bottom.
No, it gives me this screen.
I get you that screen. Okay, then can you go up to file? Go up to your file, your Zoom window. Select that. Click on that, and then come down to settings. And then now go to audio. Like a little bit higher. There, go to audio, and then you should see, and then scroll down a little bit after you select audio. Scroll down a little bit, and okay. So right now it says Zoom audio, Zoom background noise removal is on auto, which is very heavy. So you want to do low so that we can hear your music. Obviously, there are better ones. If you choose original sound, that would be completely bypassing all the noise, like noise cancellation. Yeah. Okay. So did you choose original sound?
Yeah. Can you hear it now?
Okay. Not yet. One other thing you need to do. So now come out of your audio setting, like quit out of it. And then on your chat window, you should see, go ahead and close that settings window. Close that out. And so where you see like all of us in the back there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go switch to.
Okay, what now?
So on your chat window, on top, there should be something that says original sound for musician. Do you see that option?
Okay, dude. Like, here's my computer again.
Okay, it should be on the top. No, on the window that you're seeing our chat where you see all our faces. On the right side, is there all the way to the
It's on
right?
the Zoom window. On the Zoom window.
Yeah, on the Zoom window. And there are two.
It's the very
Can
top
you
on the right hand side.
minimize it? You see that green check mark?
Oh, I know you're. Yeah, I threw that screen away because I was doing this.
Because you want to look for this thing, original sound for musicians, which is this thing on the top right corner here.
My show me yours. Okay, that thing. All right, here we are.
And then you want to turn that on. No.
Just click.
Can
just
you
click
minimize
the word,
it?
Just click the word off, and it'll change to on.
No, it's still not on there.
Good
Yeah,
call.
that. Oh,
Okay.
but then there's echoing.
But then there's echoing.
Okay, go ahead and turn
Okay,
it back
go
on.
ahead, turn it back on.
Or off.
Or off.
Now we can hear
Now we can hear.
Okay, let's try the simpler way. Just go back to your audio setting again. So go back to your Zoom. Go to your Zoom window, and then choose settings. Which means, Rob, we're gonna have to find a one Tuesday to fix up your setup too.
Go back to settings.
Okay, and then you want to choose.
I'm gonna do visible.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my screen. So then you want to choose Zoom background noise removal instead of original sound, because if your system is not set up correctly, we're gonna hear slapback, which is what we were hearing. And maybe because Zoom background noise, select that.
Oh.
And then choose the second one, low, choose low.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, there's no fan background sound, computer fan, pen test. Okay, that's good. And then now you should be able to play your music. We should be able to hear it now. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's try that then.
Okay.
Let me just put this right here. That way you can, I don't know. You might be able to. Putting this on the mic stand next to me, or the camera stand that I have.
Look at both Ernesto and Rob are like changing the camera angles.
I don't know. Okay, well, you can kind of see some of it.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know if that'll work, but anyway, so I pre-recorded some while you guys were doing that. So let's try it out. Can you hear that?
Yes. Recording.
What was that dinging?
It's coming from you. It seems like it's your metronome, probably.
Yeah, I hit the metronome button. Sorry. Start this again. That's what I came up with.
That's really cool and self-taught. And do you find it therapeutic for you? Do you find it?
Yeah, so I created it myself. I have never taken a lesson or anything. I make up my own music. I play by ear. So
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
Well,
that's what my channel is going to be about. But
tell us about your channel again.
yeah, so my channel so far is going to be like review unboxings about music gear and stuff. Like, I have this kind of equipment and stuff.
Whoa.
And this is the looper that I was using. I just record to it. And then I can record over it. Like, I'll just push that button and then hit it.
That's cool. Yeah, you gotta tell us your channel. Is it like
Okay, so it's Autism Musician.
Autism Musician. So at Autism Musician.
Yeah, all one word. AUTISMMUSICIAN at yahoo.com/@/.
And I think your channel, so it's youtube.com/@autismmusician. So I'll make sure I'll link that too. Ernesto, do you have the channel? Anything you want to share with us?
Yeah. Trey, am I on mute?
Yeah, you are unmuted. Yeah.
Okay. No, actually, yeah, just started doing a YouTube channel and just did a little bit of unboxing and stuff like that. But I think I want to start a new channel, like a podcast channel. But yeah, my current channel is Ernesto. What is it? My Fave Tech. My Fave Tech. Yeah, because I was just gonna share like anything that I found that was my favorite kind of tech to use. So I was, I started to do that, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let me buy a camera backpack. Let me, do this, do that, and let me and create a video on Final Cut Pro and stuff like that. But before we went, I wanted to show my the white PC that my son
that you just built. Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I was moving my camera around as they were showing us the music and stuff. I was moving the camera over.
Oh, cool. And looks like you have an SM7B mic there. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. For the other one, it's a SM7B mic, and then this is another Rode.
Oh, so you don't have a Rode mic to work with a RØDECaster?
No, I have SM7B also.
Oh, I thought you were saying it had to be a Rode mic to use with a RØDECaster.
Only USB if you want to go through USB. If you go through XLR, it can be any.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now I follow you.
Do they have? Do they make an Shure MV7 white one? Do they?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I know they just came up with an MV6 and MV7 Plus.
Yes,
but I'm not sure if there's a white one.
MV7 Plus. Let me see if they have a white one, because you need that, right? And I don't know if they actually have a white one. Do they? MV7 Plus. I'm looking now on the web and see if they white. Yeah, they do. It's a silver. So you already have that.
The silver.
Yeah. So maybe you should switch a silver one over there.
Right?
To match with all your white gear.
Right? Yeah.
Sure. Goodness. Well, that's great. So how old is your son that built that?
He's 15.
15. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He turned 15 in December, and he built 4070 i9 processor. He's more into that kind of stuff. So I just researched the parts, and he put it together for me.
That's cool.
I tried to
Ernesto, I don't want to scare you, but he's about to turn 16. Okay.
I know. I was just wondering what kind of stuff. So now he's looking into being like a cybersecurity. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So it's pretty cool. But it's nice to have your own IT at home in case my PC's for some reason not working. For some reason, the Mac, I've had it for like 4 years and nothing has. I haven't had any issues with the Mac. It's very simple.
Wait till
it's just
tomorrow.
plug and play, right? Yeah, when they do come out with a new software update or something. But with the PCs, I can see the addiction because you start changing like, oh wow, you know what? I like these kind of
Tinker
fans.
this, tinker
Yeah,
that.
so I replaced the fans with LCD screens fans. So he put a little shack winking on all the screens on the PC. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm so glad, Glenn, for being here, and I'm so happy. Like this week, look at the tile of 4 of us all really got to know, not from Clubhouse. I'm so excited that you're part of the learning squad now. So please come back anytime. Yes, you have a question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Shure MV7 Plus or Pod Mic USB XLR?
MB7 Plus. That's my personal choice. Sound
For
as
sure.
well as the software that comes with it.
You'd pay the extra $79 and get the Shure over the mic?
I would. They on the there is a software. I forgot what it's called. What is the software called? Ernesto, you should like
Motive.
Motive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does a really good job of control, especially the new one, the MV7 Plus. It does a really good. It will do auto gain and all that, and then it actually even has like the what's it called, the pop popper or something. It's like pop filter built in, as well as like a noise cancellation. If your room is noise, like fan noise and all that, it will take that out.
Can you still use all the Rode software in the Dual or in the Pro, any of those?
You know that if you want to use a RØDECaster, then you're using the XLR. I bet you can you, Ernesto, can you do the setting for, is it just the USB connection that you can do? I thought it keeps the setting. You can use the USB to change settings, but it probably doesn't do the noise cancellation, does it?
You know what? I don't know. Like for example, like this mic that I have right now, I actually have it connected USB to here, and then also to the RØDECaster.
And you will do two connection at once.
Well, not at once, but on the computer I can switch it to MV7. So I was about to do that if it didn't work with the RØDECaster. I was about to change it
just
to
directly.
MV7, but I'm like, no, because RØDECaster.
Yeah,
I have to do it through RØDECaster.
Yeah.
Now, I have an interesting question now. You're running both Mac and PC, right?
I have both, but I'm not running both. But I was going to try to connect my Mac HDMI to the A10 Mini Pro and just kind of test out to see what like if I can share like a screen, but
like a Mac screen on your
yeah.
But
I wanted to try something like that.
Could you run, now hypothetically, could you run a PC through USB on that thing simultaneously, through your RØDECaster, and run XLR through the RØDECaster simultaneously to your Mac and run dual screens?
I don't know if it does two connections at once.
Awesome, wouldn't it?
It's something that you should check out. Take that as like a, because I wonder if you can. So what he's saying is using. I seem to think that one of the mics that has those two connections, one of the mics can do both, and I cannot remember if it is the Rode mic USB or is it the Shure MV7 Plus. I kind of want to think it's Shure.
You would have to decide what output from the Rode is going to which computer, so that wouldn't work. You
would have to use XLR with the Shure MV7 Plus because that's the only way that you can connect to your RØDECaster is with XLR, and then if it allows you to connect to both XLR and USB-C, then your USB-C can connect to a different computer.
Well, I was thinking if the Rode had dual out of the Rode to computer, if it had dual outs, like you could send signals to two different.
Rob, the second outlet for the second computer is totally dedicated. Usually that's a chat. Usually use your USB chat for your second computer.
So it's not possible then.
It's not designed. It's got two USB outlets, but the second one is designed to operate independently.
Okay. Well, wouldn't
Now,
that be cool?
we will bring that question back next week, and we'll explore some more. And maybe Ernesto, if you have time, maybe is this an MB7 Plus?
No, this is just a regular MB7.
Oh, okay.
One of the original ones, yeah.
I wonder if the original one does that too.
Ernesto, don't knock it. That's what John's got. That you got. We all got that. Okay.
What is yours?
What do
Mine's a 7. Hey, Ernesto. So here's two things that happened to me. This is real quick. I gotta go, John. It's midnight. Anyway, listen. So I get the MB7. And then, like 2 months later, they come out with the MB7 Plus. I can't keep up with technology, you know. And it's just like I got I went like 3 or 4 years before getting a new phone, and I finally did a Samsung to the 23 Plus Ultra. And then, like 2 months later, they came out with the 24 AI. So I've got to wait 2 years before I get to go on the old with an AI because of that. Anyway, that's my life. But anyway, guys, it's been fun. I got to go to sleep. Okay?
Good night, Glenn.
We will see you later. Bye.
Thanks for hanging out.
Okay.
And
I got a deal for you. I'll give you a Mac Mini with 64 gigs. An Intel Mac Mini with 64 gigs in 2018 for that RØDECaster.
He has a Mac Mini.
Let me think about that one.
I got a Mac Mini in 2018. It's got a i5 core processor in it.
Dang it! If it's Apple Silicon, you can probably make the deal quicker.
Right? Yeah.
Well, it was the last year they did Intel, and I took it apart and then upgraded the RAM because you could do that in the 18s.
But it does not have the Apple Silicon.
Right. That,
No, it
yeah,
doesn't.
M1.
That actually, some people want that.
And if you are a anybody who's running, in fact, and Ernesto, you might be interested too as well. Bye, Glenn. Good night. I
want
first. You want what?
I want that RØDECaster Dual he's got there.
Hey, wait for Black Friday to see if they have any sale.
I saw Amazon's having another like Prime Deals sale October 8th through the 13th.
Yeah, check that
they're
out.
having Amazon Prime deals.
But I have to say, they rarely have any deal. The one deal that I reported, I remember we talked about that. It's one of our early days of Learner to Learner channel. We talk about the discounted, like I think $100 off of, I can't remember, it's Sweetwater or B&H. And it was rare. We've never seen any discount on RØDECaster Duo, except for that one time.
Yeah, that's when I bought mine.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so too bad. I'm sure it'll come back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe Black Friday, maybe, possibly.
Thousands of dollars on my Sweetwater wish list.
And I'm not sure if you talked about it in the previous show, but is the Road Rumor correct? Are they coming out with?
Yeah, we the RØDECaster video we've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about that for like the first hour.
Yeah, we.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, go back and
I'll
watch
go back
that.
and watch it.
But
Okay.
we think if that video that I shared on the community, on YouTube community, has been
Yeah.
taken down.
Oh.
So if you want to read into it, just a quick recap for those of you who were not part of that conversation. We were
Our
what was it?
video that we did is taken down.
This is the video that I shared on my community page. Was taken down, but I took a screenshot of the video of the I think it's the title or something, and this is what it looks like, and that is the only thing that I have left. I was going to play that video and talk about it, and the video has been taken down. So maybe it is correct. Who knows?
Right.
But we will continue to talk about it until see this is the video. Video unavailable.
Oh wow. And
I went
I,
to Google Images and there's nothing. Not even that.
Ah.
The only photo on the net so far.
I
Wow.
wonder if they're gonna come knock on my door and ask me to take that down.
Oh man.
Well, they are gonna look at only 50 subscribers. Nah, they're fine.
Yeah, they
I
are
think they haven't found your page yet, but when they do, you're the one that has it.
If it's gone from my post, you know something's up. Maybe I can't talk about
Right.
that.
If
You know,
it's gone
it's
from
great.
your post, then you can send us emails of the free one they gave you ahead of time.
I wish. I mean, I would love
Right?
to.
Keep you quiet with.
Road partner program.
We talk about that so much when we were doing Clubhouse, because frankly, because we meet every single Tuesday on Clubhouse for the last 3-4 years, and in fact, I forgot his name now. The marketing guy from remember RØDECaster Pro 2 when it first leaked? It leaked out. It leaked out. What I forgot what his name is. I need to look up. But he came onto our room. He came into our room, and he essentially the cat's out of the bag. And they embraced it a little bit. They came in and talked to us a little bit about it. And he said, I can't tell you everything, but yes, something is coming. We asked them, because we saw pictures of those, because it was a reseller accidentally listed the item before it was ready to go on sale. And so we were talking about it, and boom, he came in. Wrote marketing, what's his name? Marketing director or some guy. He's on the video too. If you've seen Rhode's training video, he's one of the RØDECaster. Before there's like a bunch of new people joining, he used to be the one that does all the RØDECaster new release and features.
I have an idea. I think maybe this RØDECaster video is just an upgrade to the Rode Streamer X. Because the Rode Streamer X was regular.
A lot of upgrade.
Yeah, it was normally $399 on Amazon, and it's currently $249, and it's been that way.
I don't know why people would buy. Like it never made sense to me, the Streamer X with that price point.
USB-Cs on the back and two HDMI's on the back.
Yeah.
And the thing we saw is about double that.
You know what? Ryan. Okay, so yeah, someone's wrong. Ryan, what's his last name? They call him by his last name. Ryan Rode marketing person. Ryan something. I can't remember. What's his name? Alan, tell me what's his name. Ryan somebody. Now it's gonna bug me. Because they call him by his last name. Ryan Berkey. Yeah. Ryan Burke. So Burke. Is it? Ryan Burke? Because they call him Berkey. Rode. Yes, there you go. That's him right here. So this is Ryan. So he came on onto our room. This guy right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so hopefully one of these days I'll be able to get my hands on one of the Rode devices that I can test it out for you, and I need to be able to use it.
Now, who is this guy?
He is the marketing. What is his? Ryan Burke. Let me see if this is his actual profile on LinkedIn. He is the. I forgot what his title is. Ryan Burke. And he's been on other shows before. Let me see if maybe I should turn down the volume and see. Ryan Burke. What's his name? What's his title? I forgot what his title is with Rogue. Something marketing, like high up there. Anyway, I think we should wrap this up. We will save all your excitement and questions and comments and ideas for next week. Typically, I try to do it within 1 hour. It always go past 1 hour. You go like 2 hours is more. 1.5 hours is what I want to get it to, but it's always end up being like more than 2 hours. But I'm super excited, and thank you for both of you for joining, going through all the hurdles, trying to get on the show. And
I appreciate you.
Feel free to come on anytime.
I put my my www for my YouTube page in the chat, so y'all check it out. I could use likes and subscribes. I'm just starting, so please check me out.
All right.
We'll do.
And
I'll share on X.
Yeah, we'll see you next week for
Awesome.
more conversations about all things audio. Maybe we'll talk more. These guys have so many different ideas already they want to talk about, which excites me. So we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.